Okay, so let's review. First off, you remember circumference means the measurement around the circle, and you have two to choose from. If they give you the radius or if they give you the diameter. Remember, radius is halfway across, while diameter is all the way across. When it comes to area, that is the part of the inside, and there's only one. You have to find and use the radius, which is, again, halfway across. Okay, so on number 1 and 2, you make sure you're using the R. The radius is what they gave you, so you plug in a 3 right there. And then you just multiply the 3 numbers out, and you get your final answer with centimeters. On this one, you have to write it twice. You're using the 3, R times R. So you multiply that out, and that's 9 times 3.14. You get the final answer with square centimeters. Number 3, you're using pi d because the original they gave you is this line all the way across, and that is called the diameter. So you write 3.14 and you put in 14 for the d because that's what the d is. Multiply it and you get inches. Number 4, do not use the d. You have to use the r, and that's why we label it. That's halfway. So half of 14 is 7. See on this one, the first one, they're already halfway, so you didn't have to change anything. But this one went all the way, so you had to take half of it, and that's 7 times 7, 49 times 3.14, and you get square inches for your final answer. Okay, so on this one, you have to draw the picture. It is a must. Where's the drawing? This is part of your credit. So when it says 16 feet from one side to the other through the middle, that is called diameter by definition. You must label the diameter and put 16 feet on it. Now, when it says space takes up in the backyard, that is area because it's not a measurement around, it's taking up space. So you write the area formula. Then you have to go back and find the R, the radius, which is half of the 16 from the center out. So you're using 2/8. So that's 64 times 3.14, and you get square feet for your final answer. So number 6, it's asking for the area. So you write the area formula, and then you fill in what you know. You know pi is 3.14. And then R, do not use the 12 because the 12 is the D. You have to split it in half to get the radius of 6. So that is 2 6s. The answer is then B. Number 7, reasonable estimate for circumference. They actually drew the picture for you, and they gave you the R for the radius. They gave you this piece right here. So that means you're using the formula C equals 2 pi R. Fill in 2 times 3.14, and the R is 15. Multiply it all out, and you get 94.2, and that is closest to 90. Number 8, painting. If you're painting, you know it is area automatically, and they were nice enough to tell you area of the sign. So the formula, 3.14 times the radius times the radius. The radius is labeled for you. Multiply it out, and it gets you 50.24. So there's your answer again. Yeah, number 9, you have to be very careful because you actually have to draw your picture. So make sure your drawing is done and it is labeled everything they gave you. They gave you circumference, so put the circumference equals around the edge. And then you're looking for the radius, so label it with a question mark. Then you write your formula for circumference with the R because you need the R. So then you fill in what you know. The circumference is what they gave you, so instead of the C, you put 18.84, copy the 2, copy pi, 3.14, and leave the R there because that is what you're solving for. So once you're done, you solve just this piece, and you get 6.24, 2.8 R. You keep that R. Those two multiply together to get the circumference. So you're just dividing it off. This is a one-step equation. So when you divide 18.84 divided by 6.28, Remember, no decimals are allowed outside, so move twice, and the dot goes straight up. So 1884 divided by 628 is 3, and you need to have inches on it because it is just a measurement by itself. You are working backwards. So in this one, you got to be careful. They gave you the answer you have to fill in, and you're solving for this side. Last one, semicircle, meaning half of a circle. So write your formula, pi r squared, a equals pi r squared, but add a half to it because you need to divide it in half by the very end. So pi, 3.14, times 5 again. That is just 25 times 3.14. It's on your memorized list. And then you divide it by 2 as shown the work right there. You must put square units on there since there is no meters, inches, feet, none of that. It's just the word plain old units. And because you need to put that little 2 somewhere. Don't forget to divide in half.